Solo, do not switch your screens. This is not a drill. This is real. We're in a one shot. This is not a main campaign. But before we get to the sponsors, we have guest stars. I would like them to introduce themselves to you lovely people and then talk about where you can find them online and stuff. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, hi. We're here at Tabletop for Two. My name's Nick,
See?
and yeah, we're all about tabletop D&D games. We've been doing the TikTok, Instagram for a while, and came across you guys, and thought it'd be fun to get together and play. So here we are.
Do a little collaboration.
Yeah.
To formally apologize in advance.
I'm sure it'll be just as chaotic as every other game.
And for all of our people that are tuning in, and for all the people that always tune in, I'm sure the other guest star looks a tad bit familiar. But Joester, if you want to run through y'all stuff.
All right, you guys know me. I'm DM Joester on TikTok, DM_Joester. Also, I'll post this in the chat. This is my Beacons leak, which has all my socials. That's the easiest way to go, right?
Yep.
That's it, basically. Short and sweet.
Fantastic.
Like it.
But getting into that, we're going to definitely go into our first sponsor, and our sponsor since the beginning of this Wunderbar stream is W Energy. And as always, you can go to W Energy or Google it, and you can shop for all the stuff you need. They got a bunch of different flavors. I highly recommend, if it's still in stock, the orange dreamsicle one. That is fantastic. It's an all-natural, nothing artificial powdered energy drink that you put in one of those little blender cups and just shake the piss out of it until it blends itself up. And the tubs are $39.99, but you get like 40 energy drinks out of it. So after tax, it's like $1.06 per energy drink you get, which is great because, like I've said before, if you find an energy drink at a gas station for $1.06, it's probably just diesel fuel with caffeine in it, and I wouldn't drink it. But if you go to wenergy.com and type in promo code NAT20beards, these things we have on our faces, you get 10% off your entire order. And then we have the, Dragon's Nest subscription box, which is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. You get Japanese candy, metal dice, a one-shot, and non-copyrighted music to go with the one-shot, if I'm not mistaken. And you get all that in one box for $40 a month, I think. And we have a special link. It's right there in our little info on our Twitch. If you click on that, it goes to the site, and you can sign up. And personally, I would do it for the Japanese candy and the metal dice. But yeah, that's really all I need. And we don't really have an intro tonight, so I'm going to throw it to Dagan, and we're going to jump right in it.
Sounds good to me, Austin. So yeah, it's been a minute, but I am back running a one-shot. I absolutely adore it. Do we have the intro, Austin, via video, or are we just jumping?
Just jumping right in.
I love it. So yeah, welcome to the one-shot. It's called The Wheel of Misfortune. It's going to be a classic kind of dungeon vibe, but with a bit of a twist. I'm only going to shout this out now because I find a lot of people don't know this, but if you happen to ever see the show Kashi's Castle from the 80s, incredible show. This is a very big inspiration behind that. It's kind of has like a Wipeout vibe, but the people who started that genre. So it's kind of like an ode to Kashi.
Well, now you're making me want to check my decks.
Dude, it's awesome. It's going to be fun. So
I should be fine.
Each and every one of you are on your own respective plane and planet. Some of you slaying monsters, some of you walking through a market smelling the fresh air, some of you sitting in a jail cell after a drunken night, maybe some of you having a conversation. And without any type of warning, the air grows still. Sound ceases, which grabs your attention. You look around and everything's frozen as if Merlin had snapped his fingers himself. You look around more and more and more until you see hidden in the distance, from many different perspectives, wherever you are, time and place, a large, tall, 9-foot man with glowing gold eyes. You see a smile creep up and a hand reach out to you, and within a moment's breath exiting your chest, you disappear. And within a blinking time, you reopen your eyes, adjusting to a bright, colorful room. Your head is spinning. If you've ever hitting your head on the way up on a cupboard or any type of furniture, that's pretty much the disorienting feeling you're feeling at the moment. But as your eyes finally adjust and brief headache subsides, you find yourself sitting in a plush leather chair looking around a terribly designed color-wise room, clashing colors, odd shapes, shag carpet. For some of you from different times and places in the universe, this is a really odd place. There's some things you don't understand. Some of you even think carpet is a weird concept. Some of you think this is old school. Some of you think this is in the future. It depends on where you're from. Ahead of you see a podium of a redwood and a large, some of you would say button, others you would consider gemstone. And ahead of that, you see the man that had stretched out his hand and changed your world. As I mentioned before, 9 foot tall. He has long, greasy black hair, ashen gray skin, golden, glowing eyes, godlike perfection features. This man was chiseled by the ultimate creator. He dons a silk-like robe resembling a swirling universe, and he sits in a relaxed swagger with a yellow serpent with glowing eyes of the same color, slowly moving around his body in continuous. He smiles and looks at all of you, and then he stands. He says, "Good! The next set of champions finally arrived. Well, welcome. Whether it was by free will or not, this is my show. This is what I run for the universe's entertainment. And it's simple. 3 failures, you die. And so does your planet you're from." He stops and looks at you all, kind of sizing you up for the first time, and he says, "If you lose, you die, you die, you lose. It's simple." He says, "You will be magically assisted to every event once you complete them. Or if you fail, remember you have 3 tries. And that can be 3 failures for one event." He says, "Some obstacles are solo, some are group based, free for all." He looks around, looks at all of you, and as you guys realize you're not alone, you look at all your strange, different looking uh, potential compatriots or foes. And he says, "Opponents, friends. You choose if you team up. You can split into groups. I don't care. Just beat the challenges." And then, as if magic had undone a glue to your back, you release yourself up from the chair, stand up, and you regain completely free will. You look around, and he says, "Well, I think you guys should introduce yourselves. We should know who's playing the game. Step up to your podium and tell me who you are. Let's start with that half orc over there. What was your name again?"
Zarfu is going to stand up. He's an imposing figure of 8 feet tall, as most orcs are, just as wide as he is tall, almost. And you see he's kind of wearing furs, buckskin outfits. The only strange thing about him is he has, like, this big club on his back, but it looks like, for any of your characters who would know, looks like a giant boom whacker. And he just goes, "I dare say, this is quite unusual. I'm Zarfu. I'm quite flabbergasted at being here. I I was just performing on my didgeridoo here, in a tavern of great renown. This is very awkward. Put me on the spot there, you did, old chap. Well, I guess I'm going to fight for my life. This was not what I was expecting when I sat down this evening."
Had a bunch of voices running through my head, none of which were what you just said.
Amazon rainforest discovery adventurer came out of that mouth. That was awesome. Love the voice. He's gonna smile and in the similar surprise, and he says, "Aren't your kind supposed to be more barbaric? That's refreshing.
Not
And
if
he's
they're
going to
Nigel
turn.
Thornberry.
I find that quite an old stereotype where I'm from. Us orcs are actually very renowned for our culture. Have you ever been to one of our smokehouses? The meat is to die for. But I actually have been to a bardic college. I've learned some of my barbarian arts from my father, of course, but my mother had the gift of gab, if you will, and I decided to take a bit of both from them.
He'll take what you said into account. A little magical LED looking yellow list will come up. He'll scroll with his finger. If you read it backwards, it says to-do list. Puts down the smokehouse and he says, "Good enough." Points over at Neva and says, "What's your deal? Who are you?"
Feeling like this is a weird school show and tell moment, Neva's just gonna stand. She's gonna dust off her plate mail pant covers, and she's gonna be like 6'2", by the way. When she stands up, she's 6'2", solid muscle, wide torso, dark brunette hair, just kind of wavy. She usually keeps it pinned up in a little ponytail because it's easier to deal with. Well, my name's Neva Whetstone. This is definitely not my first time being pulled off into some weird pocket dimension. Honestly, I think this is like number 3. I gotta ask somebody about getting like, I don't know, a sword about that. Like that'd be a pretty cool reward system, I personally think. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm doing here, but I am used to trial by combat, so this will be super duper easy. I guess. Like I don't really do whatever that guy does, but I'm an apprentice for this really, really renowned smith. His name is Ember. He's a genie, super cool. Yeah, so I hit stuff real good, and I'm real good at getting around. I'm quicker than you think. Uh, I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm along for the ride because I don't know how I'm gonna get home. And then she's gonna sit back down.
He'll look at you and kind of just like nod and be like, and then say, "I like that. You're a very interesting person. Don't worry about that last part." And he'll look over to the armor-clad paladin and say, I know your name. Someone was yelling at your name when I took you from your realm. Theron, isn't it?"
Yes, actually, that's right. I was on my way to my retirement party, actually, before I was interrupted. Actually, I lost everything after Welcome Adventurers. Can you just go ahead and repeat that for me, please, young man?
Oh my.
You see, like he tries to like he has a very ornate armor that he doesn't really fill out anymore. He used to be handsome once, but now he's bald head with some wispy white hair, some feathers, or some big wings that are missing some feathers. As he has this huge great sword that he uses as kind of like a cane. He gets up and he's like, it's nice to meet all of you. I guess we'll fight for our lives. It's fine. I'll retire later, I guess.
I love old man characters so much. I played one. He will smile, not really out of pity, but just like, "Oh." And he'll just head the same way, and he'll look at you and say, "My dear knight," and he'll give a little curled hand bow, and then he'll stand up again. "You are here for your last trial of knighthood, and if you succeed, I will grant you anything you wish, and get you back to your party in time for Odin." And
Great. Do you have a good back brace or anything? That might come in handy.
he'll
I-
snap his fingers, and an invisible servant will all of a sudden just like Hawk Nelson and just crack your neck and back, and you just haven't felt better than years. You're back to tip top for at least a year if you survive. He'll smile once again, kind of reminiscing while looking at your age and thinking, "What a concept!" And he'll look over to our overly sexy man Scooter here and say, "You with the hair. What are you? Who are you?"
Scooter just be kind of looking around and for a second. Oh, hell, man, me. Hey, look, I told the constable I was just holding that package for a friend. It wasn't mine. I don't know what's in it. I might have taken some of it, but this has all been a misunderstanding. I ain't supposed to be here. And that was some racist stuff you said at work, man. That was fucked up.
I know, right?
This godlike being can't help but chuckle, and he'll say in between his slaps, "This is not the police, my friend. If anything, this was karma. You're just here out of random chance. Your luck runs out eventually, thief." All right.
Easy.
Sorry.
No, nothing. I got nothing. I'm just like, shit, man.
Scooter will start to say and be like, "What? Yeah, okay."
You didn't get that package that I had on me, by the way, by any chance, did you? Like, anybody see it?
He'll hold it in his hands and then just go like, and then it's gone. He'll have it later. Check your left pocket. And he'll look over to our cat-like friend and say, "Ah, Baxi, I had a pet once. What be your name that your owners gave
I'm sorry. Oh, hold on.
you?" He's
1 second. I don't care who got or what got it is. It doesn't matter to me. Okay? I'm no one's pet. I am my own man, alright? Is that okay with you? It could be okay with you. It doesn't matter what you think. To me, I was 3 seconds away from stealing giant gem, and then you show up with your glowing peepers, and you just suck me out of nowhere, and now I'm here with weird floor and surprisingly comfy chair, and I don't like it. But if you must know my name, it is Sladir, a padfoot, because my hands are super soft, and I take things, and nobody knows I take things until I sell them the same things for a bigger price, if you know what I'm saying. And he'll just stand there and he's continuing to flip this coin that he's got. And on one side it says seize the day, and on the other side it says but remember death. And he is a super slender, lanky, if we're going by Dagan's logic, obviously stray cat. He doesn't eat a lot.
Man.
He's got like this raggedy red now. Nobody really knows what color it was when he first put it on. Cloak, and he's got like this somewhat rusty armor that he uses, but he's a good thief, if you ask him. If you ask anybody else, probably not, but he tries.
He'll look at you in understanding and say, "Ah, settler of wares and understander of value, Slidier. You will do well, I think."
Well, I better, and
then
if I win, I get the same thing. I want whatever I want. You promised the other guy. I want the same thing.
he won't say anything. Really, he'll just look at you and go, "Whooping," and wink at you real quick.
Don't try to
You'll even
seduce
hear
me
the
right
little
now.
sound. And he'll look over. His gaze will drop a little bit and look at the deep note and say, "And you, my red-haired friend, who might you be?"
So when you look at her, she's gonna kind of hop up on the podium and sit. Like her arms have just been permanently folded this whole time, and she has some red glasses on. She's just kind of chewing bubble gum like she doesn't give a shit. And she's like, "My name is Ruby Ravenslate, and before I was rudely interrupted, I'd been tracking a beast for weeks. And now the scent is gone. So thank you very much, and I hope you will be paying me as much as that was going to be."
Holy shit, were you sitting there the whole time?
And I look up at this sword/walking cane that's like twice the size of her, but she doesn't. Yeah, just unfazed.
My God.
It is very bright in here, though. She's used to the Underdark, so she keeps her little red sunglasses on. But I will not, because I genuinely can't see shit out of them. But
Same.
I think you said your name was Scooter. The woman standing next to me is very scary, and I don't know what to do.
The god will
Buy her
look
a
down at
drink,
you,
duh.
and he'll kind of look at you out of interest and say, "For someone as myself who can't feel the feeling of frustration, I pity and feel bad for you. But remember, if you pass these trials, I can grant you that beast and much more. The ultimate kill if you really want."
and she's like, "That's too easy. I'd rather earn my keep."
I can bring you to the planet that holds the greatest beast that has ever been known to the spectacles of the universe.
Well, I guess we'll have to see if I make it to tomorrow first, but I'll hold you to that.
We'll dot those I's and cross those T's when we get.
What a colorful cast we have.
He'll look around at all of you and smile and say, "I think this one's going to be much funner than yesterday. And
Good.
yes, fun is a word. I created it in mind."
Just want to
and
put
he's-
on record that I'm cool with free stuff, so just putting that out there. Anyway,
He'll
Is that a
smile and
talking cat?
say,
Ah.
he'll bow, arms wide, head low, and as his head comes up before his body, he'll say, I am Torimon, god of games and mischief, and all the best things in parties in life, really. I'm the best guy. But some of you might not think that by the end of it. But we're going to start off easy. Well, physically and to your own life surviving easy, but mentally this might try some of you. You'll see before you a red button. And then he'll point over to the wall to the right. A panel will open, and it will flip over, and you're going to see all your names in a row with zeros next to them. See points and names kind of like in a table kind of style, so you can see what's what. And you'll say, oh, I almost forgot. And you'll snap his fingers, and an even larger panel will flip up, and fireworks are going to blast off everywhere. Sparklers, lights. There's a red, like, hockey goalie light going in the corner in the most awkward placement for no reason whatsoever. And you'll see Torimon's trivia lit up in a unbelievable amount of bulbs.
as soon
And
as the
it's gonna-
fireworks go off, Sladier ducks behind the thing.
You find that you're able to
Neva
duck,
smacked her
but you
hand on the
can't
button.
leave the podium. You hit the podium and you hear the and he looks at you and laughs and says, "You're eager, but you don't get to go first."
Well, you put a button in front of me. What did you expect?
He'll enjoy how eager you are, and also the ADHD moment of I gotta hit the button. He can relate, and he'll say, "Don't worry, you'll have many chances to hit button. 6, in fact. There's 6 of you. 6 questions, 6 people. I think that's fair." He'll say, each and every one of you will get to answer every question. The moment you get 3 right, you're good to go. The moment you get 3 wrong, that's 1 out of your 3 strikes. He will stare at you in delight and say, "Let's begin." And you hear the da-da-da, like background music. You hear a clapping crowd out of nowhere, and there's nobody here whatsoever. The room is awkward, empty, like back rooms empty. It's creepy in there. Definitely like a constructed realm. For anyone who has magical background, you can notice that much. He'll point over to the board, and you'll see a line of LEDs light up, and the first question hits the board, and you'll see he has one of those old 70s long stem mics with a little bulbous microphone on it, like, and then he'll be like, "How many tentacles does a beholder have?" And then the music starts going again, and people are like, "How many? How many? How many?" Let's see how well you guys know D&D.
I'll hit the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hit the button as
Oh,
well.
sorry. I it's an ABCD kind of thing. So you're gonna see 4. I did make it somewhat easy. You're gonna see 4 options pop up on the board. A is 10, B is 8, C is 4, and D is 5. But yeah, you hit the button first. So he says, "Scooter," and he'll point the mic at you.
I believe that's 10. Hey.
He's gonna start doing a happy feet dance. The fireworks go off, and he says, "Correct!" And then the music starts going off. People are cheering and clapping. That's 1 point, Scooter. And then the next question will pop up. He points over with this microphone again and says, "What type of damage can hurt Tiamat? Is it A, electricity, B, acid, C, cold, or D, magic piercing?"
Can we get those again?
We hit buttons. Is that what we do?
Yeah.
Button.
A is electricity, B is
Button.
acid, C is cold, D is magic piercing. He'll point to the old timer Theron. Theron, does your moon memory prove you right?
Can you use that in a sentence, please? I believe
Tiamat
it's-
is destroying your family. You have 4 options of damage. You have electricity and a sword, acid and a scroll, cold and a spell, and magic in your piercing weapon. Which damages Tiamat?
I'm gonna go with the magical piercing damage.
Another happy dance. Fireworks go absolutely nuts. The room lights up again. He says, "Correct," and he's so happy. He's having a blast.
Scooter holds out his fist to like do a fist pump.
I shake it.
Nice. The music is going, the crowd is clapping once again. And he points back over to the board and he says, "What 3 animals were used to make the mythical chimera?" I didn't even get to say my lines. He points over to Zarfu's. "Mr. Halfork, what do you got?"
I have fought one of those. Those would be a lion, a goat, and a snake.
He's gonna cheer once again and say, "That is correct. In some other cultures, the tail is different, but I will take it." Dun,
It
dun,
depends.
dun.
Depends on the plane you're on. If you're in Theros, I believe there can be some scorpion tails. Though
yeah,
there has
Ruby's
been.
gonna chime in and be like, the chimera I have fought before indeed had a scorpion tail.
And then
Hey.
he's going to go into a long soliloquy, anecdote about how the different breeds of chimera can turn out different kind of animal combinations depending on which chimera is mated with which.
Hey,
It was an
big man.
easier
Hey,
question.
Mr. Orkman. Just shut your mouth for 5 seconds and let's continue the game. Okay?
Scooter's
Yeah,
gonna nudge
Neva
the
checks
cat
out.
next to him and be like, "Nerd."
The
Yeah.
music is going to drown out his monologue on different chimeras and the history of them, and the crowd is clapping, everyone's cheering, and then everything halts like a record scratch. He points over the board and says, "What type of what type of giant is the strongest? A, hill giant. B, mountain giant. C, cave giant. Or D, storm giant."
Is
Mr. What's your character?
the guy?
Mr. Sadir, what is your
Yeah,
answer? And he points the
that
mic.
would be the big storm giant with the thunder and the lightning and whatnot.
Once again, happy dance fireworks. The music starts going, crowd clapping. Another correct answer. You guys are on fire.
Do I get money now?
And be patient, or you will be smited.
Theon presses the button.
He looks over quizzically and he says, "The question hasn't been said, but do you have an answer?"
Yeah, it was Storm Giant.
He
Right?
doesn't know how to respond. He says, "I'm sorry, old friend, but you have to hit the button a little faster than that.
Oh,
Your opponent down the lane had already said Storm Giant."
oh,
What-
well met.
What
Yes.
lane? I don't know. I'm standing in a chair. I don't know what lane he's talking about. I'm very confused here.
The crowd clapping drowns out the monologue, and he continues pointing at the board once again. Everything halts, and he says, "What magic school does counterspell fall under? A, divination. B, conjuration. C, abjuration. D, evocation." He turns over. "What is your answer, Halfwork?"
I believe that is abjuration.
Ding, 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 ding. The bells, fireworks, everything goes off. "Another correct answer." Crowd goes off, and he points back at the board. "You guys
Again, there's a long soliloquy about how there's the different schools of magic that just totally gets drawn out.
Yeah. And he looks around you, almost like a creepy face. "Which of these is not a ring of hell? A, Kania. B, Avernus. C, Gehenna. Or D, Dis."
Go ahead.
This
Oh,
is one of
okay.
the harder ones.
C, Gehenna.
And the fireworks go off once again. The spotlight over your podium goes blank, and you, with a snap of his fingers, disappear.
Oh,
For his third answer, struck him from this event. You passed.
oh,
Congratulations.
cool. R.A. Salvatore saved me.
Does everyone have memorized how many they have correct so far? Because I believe everyone has one remaining for who isn't.
No.
You don't. Yeah, except
Neva has
your
0.
character.
You were like, yeah, we're gonna flex your brain skills. And Neva does not have a brain. She does what she's told. And so now she's just been standing here going, "Oh, yay, I'm glad people are winning."
And then let's see. Theron and Ruby, you guys have one each, I believe? Or just one for Theron?
I mean, I haven't gotten the buzzer first.
Okay. Yes, it's just first come, first serve. But we have a decent amount, like a couple left, so you guys all have a chance still. And then might come down to a sudden death. We'll see. So he's going to. Sorry, hold on. He's going to point over to the board again, and the music and everything is going to stop once again. And he's going to point and say, What type of damage disables troll regeneration?
I can
Was-
I can answer now. I just was waiting for you to finish the question.
He's gonna say A, acid and fire, B, lightning and cold, C, radiant and necrotic, or D, piercing and bludgeon.
So I mean, it's A, but I was just going to let you finish.
Did you even hit the button?
Well, I mean, I was going to, and then I just let you finish.
That's not how the buzzers go off again. That's the music goes. He doesn't know how to respond to you not hitting the button but answering it correct. Now you're becoming a very weird group, but I like the difference. How
That was
many
my
are
fault. Sorry.
You're at 2, yeah. 2. Beautiful. He's gonna look over towards Neva and Ruby, and he's kind of really enjoying the company of everyone and doesn't want to see anyone go just yet because he's having too much fun. So he's gonna wave his hands, and the only 2 spotlights present. Everyone else is still here. The only 2 spotlight presents are now over Neva and Ruby, and he says, "I think you two need to have a bit of a quick firing round. Chance at the button. These guys are quick." And he's going to point really quickly over to the board and say, "What kinds of non-magical weapons can hurt constructs?" And then he's going to say, A, magical ones. B, really well-built ones. C, weapons made from adamantium. I think that's how you say it. And D,
Is it
weapons made of
adamantium?
bronze. Yeah, before he finishes the D, he immediately points to the microphone and says, "Correct!" And the buzzers go off, the fireworks go off, and says, "Nice try, Niva." And he'll turn back around to the board and fire off another quick one. What spell can magic missile what spell can cause magic missile to miss? Is it A, shield, B, counterspell, C, another magic missile, or D, all of the above?
Was in.
I'm just gonna look over at Neva and be like, "Come on, babe, you got this. I believe in you."
The god is gonna like hands on the desk
The
just
moment you
stare at
call her
Neva.
babe, she is completely red and just slaps the button with all the confidence of a grown man.
He points at the microphone at you and doesn't say a word.
D? D?
He says, "Thank God I put 2 answers that are correct," and he fires back at you. "I will count it." Cool. So then he points back over the board without hesitation, and says, "How do you disable a force wall? Is it A, disintegrate, B, run away, C, think really hard, or D, jump?" Ruby. That's the microphone.
I believe a disintegrate is needed.
He's gonna set everything off again and get super excited. "You guys are too good." I think that's your third.
I think so. Yeah.
Your light goes off. You disappear with a snap of your fingers. I believe we just have you 4 remaining, correct?
Theron's asleep right now.
There's drool on the podium.
Hey, Mr.
Torimon is gonna look around and kind of get the vibe and say, "I think it's time for sudden death.
I'm
Don't
gonna
you?"
be
Hey, wait.
sleight of hand pickpocketing the sleeping paladin.
Before
And I'm gonna
we go to
smack your hand, and I'm gonna be like, "If anyone's gonna pickpocket the old man, it's gonna be me."
When you try to leave your podium, you almost feel like you're pressing again, like a net / spider's web, and it just slowly pushes you back. No matter what type of force or object is applied, it's not harmful or forceful, but it's palpable. He's gonna look at you and say, "Let me rephrase. You're not dying, but I believe we quicken this up a little." He says, "The next person who answers this question and moves on, I'll do one more question, and then that's it. Anyone remaining will have a first failure of 3. So for the first out of 2 questions remaining, I can pull up my. He's gonna say, "How do you disable an arcane lock?" gonna say,
Buzz.
before he can say his letters, he's, what is your answer?
Knock.
Light goes off, snaps his fingers, he poof away. Says, next time you got to be quicker than that. Last question, last chance. He's looking at you, or you two, remember, because everyone else is gone now. Okay, you're still there. I keep thinking you've had 3 already. That's my. And only because you 3 are D&D nerds, I'm gonna go out of the game for a second. What is the name of the first Critical Role campaign?
Buzz.
Yeah, Nick.
Oh.
Vox.
I
Vox.
hate you so much,
Vox.
you
Legend of
had
Vox Machina.
You poof away.
Ah.
It's almost like you guys had a
You know what? It's
telepathic
fine. I'll take it.
thing. Everyone else was just silent for a second. He just like looked at the old man. He's like, "Can you do it?" You guys had a IRL chance though. He poofs away. He looks at all of you, the remaining 2, and then he looks over at the board and he's very points. There's still a few more challenges. And he'll snap his fingers. You'll see 2 X's appear by Sladir and Eva's name. Or sorry, 1 each. Sorry. And then you 2 will teleport. Just as before, you're very disorientated and quite out of it. And then you find yourself standing in a pentagrammic, kind of Nordic style, almost like a teleportation circle. And you see in front of you an expanse of mud and rocks and just really rough terrain. And you're kind of confused. You don't see Torimon quite yet, and then all of a sudden the bugger pops up. I don't think I had him out before. So he's gonna just kind of be up on this rock over here. I'm pulling you. But he stands there, kind of looking around, like he's been here plenty, he's enjoying it. It's like another day at the office. It's a large cave expanse. It looks very natural. It's almost like he brought you to a different planet. You see on the other side an identical circle of teleportation, same type of yellow that his power emanates. It's a pretty tall ceiling. Like it's got at least 15 feet to it for a cave. The whole room, I believe, is about 40 feet wide and it's about 80 feet long. You don't really see any noticeable features other than just an absolute slurry of muck, very like clay colored. And he's gonna smile down at your group, guys, and say, "Welcome to the second challenge. I was very surprised with the results from the previous, but also very pleased." He's gonna look down at the mud and kind of make a grimace face, bit of a germaphobe you find, and he says, "This is a mud pit. It's got surprises. It's got secrets. It's a simple task." And he points behind him. "Get to that side. Fun." And he'll do that with his hands and disappear, and kind of as if the wind took his essence. And that's all he's going to give you. You see a muddy expanse of 80 feet ahead of you. It looks like rough terrain. Wink, half movement speed, wink. Meta pigeon flies away. So you guys just see that. I'm going to get everyone to roll me initiative.
Yay!
Ooh.
The first of many.
I'm gonna use the digital dice because I don't have my physical dice right now because we've
Any
been
dice
painting the house and there's a lot going on.
Yeah, any dice is 100% appropriate. You guys do your thing. If you roll an obscene amount of 20s, though, I'm going to start questioning my belief in you.
I'll move my camera down.
Yeah, you can always prove it if you really want.
Very pointed to Austin.
That's not.
Austin
it's
is,
not.
that's
Look,
more.
me and Joe both roll at a ridiculous amount.
Alex.
It's disgusting.
We got Mr. Q at a 14. What did everybody else get? I'm going to start with Mr. Austin. Good.
34.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're partner. Theron, what's your initiative?
10.
10. I absolutely adore the old.
I'm enjoying playing with the old man paladins.
Ruby, what is your initiative?
17.
Nice. And Niva, what is?
Also 17.
What's your guys' dex?
Just the number of the modifier.
Number.
Dex is +5.
We'll go more.
Oh, yeah,
My
yours is
dex is
probably much
+5.
higher than.
Okay, we'll have.
Yeah, mine's only a +3, so they go first. She gets to go first.
Pronoun. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cool. So that means Austin, Sladir, you are up, and you do find yourself in the middle front of the group that teleported. All of a sudden, Torimon's head kind of pops out of the rock at a horizontal angle, as if to surprise, and kind of like a kind of yellowish energy, and says, "Don't forget, you guys aren't a team, but you can choose to be. This is technically a free for all. Good luck." And he disappears.
Okay. Well,
I'm saying if you want to turn around and just like fucking knock, do your thing.
Sladir is going to say the word Valar, and he is going to start rising up using his thing.
Okay.
Hold on, I got it. Using his wings of flying.
Wings of flying.
Yep. And he will fly 60 feet out, and then bonus action Misty Step for another 30.
Okay. I will give you guys all your control here real quick.
You said it's 80 feet across?
It should be, but I'm not sure if the map translated perfectly.
That gets me 90 feet.
Okay, yeah. It's a little bit longer than I meant it to be, but yeah, we'll give her 90. It was circle to circle, realistically. So you're just gonna fly straight towards the circle and not do anything else, basically?
Yeah, I have 60 feet of flying, and then I'm gonna Misty Step the last 30 feet.
Okay. Let me make these little fellas small real quick.
And while I'm flying the 60 feet, he's gonna go, I already got the 1X, I'm not getting another one.
I love this Pennsylvanian and Russian mix you got going. It's fucking lovely.
I was trying to channel my inner Guru from Steve Carell, and that's what it came out like.
You know what? I'm getting exactly that. I really dig that. So yeah, let me triple check a number real quick, and then I'll let you know what happens at 30 feet flying. What do you have for a number? It is Neato. So because the roof is only 15 feet tall, you can't possibly go more than at least 14 and a half. So as you're flying over, I need to pull up your character sheet. It's a sentence you like to hear, hey?
No.
Beards of Barbarians, technical difficulties, even if it's not us. Anyway.
That's how you know it's a.
You don't have any
concept.
Yeah, I know this is an awesome question, but you don't have any bonus to AC at the moment, eh?
No.
Just what you got there. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing any.
Don't look at my stuff.
Oh, I got peepers. I'm using them. Okay, just let me make sure I got the.
I didn't want another X. I figured this was the best way to do it, is to fly like crazy and then teleport.
Bye, guys. I'll be back. A little fluky right now.
Our cameras will be back to normal. Just give it a minute.
So as you're flying, when you reach the 30-foot mark, you're probably at least, I'll say 14 to 13 feet above your head level. You see the mud in the dead center of the room start to bubble and boil.
I don't like this.
Which you've never seen mud do that apart from, seeing a stew in a pot, but that's definitely the visual that's going to essentially give.
Yeah, I'm a cat. I don't take mud baths. Water's nasty. It gives me
You do
hairballs.
Okay, so I forgot the token for it, so it's gonna be Bob Ross. That's my default token for monsters if I don't have it, and I love it. You get to look at this beautiful man. I miss him.
Oh God, he's going to paint me. He's going to paint me into a happy tree, guys. Everybody run!
The surface breaks, and a long black tentacle shoots directly up. And I ain't using digital dice because I'm the DM today.
There's something satisfying about using metal dice.
Mhm.
Actually, yeah, where's my metal dice? That's a fucking great point. Yeah, I gotta be. What's your? Oh yeah, it's that. Lovely.
But the Misty Step.
Sweet. So I know for a fact a 21 will hit you.
Nuh-uh.
Does Misty Step like bypass any of that kind of shit?
I was just teleporting, so technically I go
Yeah.
from one space immediately to the other space.
Yeah, because like right as you reach this point, it is within his.
No, I was
reach.
just. I mean, I flew the first 60 and teleported the last 30, so I'm just trying to
like
give
the
you a hard
first
time.
60.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was flying, and the last 30 feet was teleporting.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna just fucking give it to you. You do see this monster break the surface, and a tentacle flies out to reach you, but the Misty Step just gone. Without this little tiny ooze, can't touch it.
After I get there, I'm gonna turn back and look at everybody else. Be like, "There's big oily monster in dirt. Don't let it touch you." It made me pee a little.
Can Scooter look at this this symbol on the ground and determine if this is some sort of teleport circle, perhaps?
Oh yeah, you. What's your intelligence? Your character?
I got a +8 to my Arcana. My intelligence
A what?
is. Did I get a +8 to Arcana checks?
You can throw a quick Arcana. Yeah, I was just curious how smart your character was. Hello.
Welcome back.
All right, sorry, laptop
I
crash.
rolled a
No worries. He lives.
All right.
I'll explain it a little bit better in a moment. With an 11, just from your experience being for how much you do have at this point in your adventure, you know for a fact that the teleportation circle brought you here. You know it's of godlike origin, perhaps almost like a pagan-like type of scrawling, but something totally alien to you. But you know that's what brought you there, and you know the circle on the other side is going to be freedom. If you don't make it to the other side, you're. So yeah, you see this large black tar-like monster. It seems to have almost like a clay golem-esque body of black asphalt-looking material, but just with layers of tar-like substance constantly oozing and meshing with the mud. You can definitely see there's a bit more of a coloration in the middle of the room where he's melded with the surrounding area. You see a couple tentacle, or I think they're called pseudopods, more or less just freely flowing around the body with no general mindset or really purpose. Just kind of feeling out the area. See one large black eye with a shield, Captain American style, embedded above it, that's creating this umbrella effect for the ooze so it can see. And you see it just slowly moving around the room, analyzing everything. It looks to be made of a like ADHD level polished black like stone. It's definitely like a handmade, but just oozing this unknown substance, black tar. It looks towards the rest of you. You see your comrade hit the next circle, and with a instant speed, gone. The moment a toe hits the ring of it, just disappears. Some of you had walked over the circle just as you're standing around where you currently are, and the one you had previously entered with is no longer. You can still see the etchings, well, in the mud slash. And it's slowly fading and fading. Progresses. After Austin, who successfully made it across, we have Alex. Rifle.
Okay. So, Zarfu's gonna go, oh my, and is going to run forward his 15 feet.
Okay.
However far that is, right about there.
Should be it.
I cannot drag my token.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
You've been Kylie.
I have been Kylu'd.
You have been Kylie.
Kylu. Wrong show, I know, but
I think it relates. You should be. Your username is just Alex K, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. You should have.
There we go. That's about 15 feet.
Let me
Yeah,
bring
right
up my
there.
notes.
Oh, that's 15.
So let me see exactly what you want.
Yeah. And then,
Can you give me a please?
yes.
As you step into the muck, it goes about shin deep, and you hear a click. It's muffled underneath the mud, but it's loud enough.
Uh-oh. Oh, what happens from the click? Do I have a chance to
Oh, yeah.
react to it?
You just need a dex saving throw.
Okay. I believe I get advantage on those. Do I see what's coming?
It's underneath the mud, so you can't really have any sight of it at the moment. You just know you stepped on a mech. Give you
Okay, so dex save. Ba 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 ba. 13.
Yeah.
sweet. So, almost like a shark, you just see these two metal jaws shonk right around your leg. You recognize this to be like a bear trap, but a much larger and differently constructed design.
Okay.
I need dice. You're currently stuck. So every
Well-
single turn now, you can make the same saving throw and get out, unless you have some way to get out of it.
Well, I was just using my movement action. I haven't used my main action.
Exactly. You just moved into it, so it reacted.
Cool. I'm gonna just take my didgeridoo great club and just smash it.
I would do the same. I'll roll that damage dice real quick, but you can definitely give that a go for sure.
Excuse me, it sounds like you're picking up far too many.
I
Oh,
just have a lot of dice, and I'm trying to find a couple.
also, I'm going to first rage.
Ah.
So that creates my aura.
Yeah.
So everybody, I believe, my aura. How far is my aura?
I'm just curious, how does a barbarian such as yourself rage?
You just hear him scream very loudly. Taco!
Yes. I knew it. All right.
So anybody within 10 feet of me will be able to get 5 temporary HP.
Cool.
So this, I think, includes myself.
You will gain that after the piercing damage of 26 hit. The rage was after.
After, so I take the full damage, but I get 5 temp.
26 piercing if there's no prior resistance, and then you get your 5.
Okay, so I use one of my attacks to destroy the bear trap.
We.
You want me to roll the?
Yeah, roll the hit. If you
Okay.
miss, if you get a 1, you're hitting your leg for sure.
And I don't. For a rage, I do not add anything to my attack roll. It's only my damage roll, right?
Believe so, unless you have to hit modifiers. That rate.
Dirty 20.
You smack that mechanism on the side where you know the hinge is. The bolt flies out the other end like you're hitting a golf putt, and you were the jaws that previously held you unlocked from your leg completely. At first, when the mechanism it goes slow, and then pops out of your leg. I went with the gravity of the metal. You're free.
Then I'm going
You're
to.
infected.
Okay. Then I'm going to look to the people behind me. Well, no, I bonus action as a rage. So I still have an attack, and this thing is in my way, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna chuck a hand axe at it.
He's adjacent, but yeah, he's in the way.
Well, I'm throwing it
It sounds good, buddy.
for a 17.
Where? That will just miss. Very close.
Just miss. Oh shit.
Fucking right there, bud.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, you see the axe hit into the toxic sludge spewing out, and then the axe slowly joins the current going down.
Tally ho, friends! Let's destroy this monster and get the hell out of here.
I believe that's your turn, eh?
It is my turn, eh?
couldn't.
Awesome, Ruby. I'm pretty sure this would be damn near waist deep. So let's see how you can get through this muddy mess. What you got?
Gladly.
I'll give
So
you
I am going to use my action to cast Freedom of Movement. It's a ranger spell.
Okay.
And it's touch a willing creature, aka me in this case. For the duration, 1 hour, target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
That's pretty cool. What's the name of the spell one more time?
Freedom of Movement.
Cool.
It's a
That's
4th level
perfect for you.
spell.
I like that. Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
So that is going to be my action, and then I'm going to
Maybe you should
bonus
be
action dash, because as a part of my rogue, I can bonus action dash, hide, or disengage.
You find all the rocks that are within distance, and you just leap across that mud. No problem. You've been through plenty of swamp. You fought soldiers. You hunted. And you see
Indeed, I
this
have.
little fiery-haired gnome, and you dash away.
Cool. So let's see. I have 60 feet of movement on a dash. So let's see. How far is 60 feet?
That would be.
There's a ruler function on Roll20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just below the magnifying glass where you're at right now. Too.
Oh, all right. So okay, honestly, yeah, I'm gonna go I'm not gonna go straight down the middle. I'll kind of stay kind of go almost towards the side a little bit, and yeah,
Like
I'm
again,
gonna
hugging the wall there.
dash on over there.
Did you say
and
that
yeah, I'm gonna park it right there for now.
Or this one? You get 2 choices. Which direction did you want to do that way? I wasn't sure how you're describing it. Did you go kind of against the wall?
I'll kind of go, over and then up.
Like closer to the wall there?
Yeah.
Cool. I need a dexterity saving throw. Trap.
Wow. Not great with the virtual dice. That is a nat 1.
Ooh.
Shit. Yeah,
12, but it's a nat 1.
Yeah. So yeah, same as before. You kind of heard it before, and you're all kind of just like, "What was that?" Y'all know they're in the mud. But the path you unfortunately picked, same thing. You feel the metallic click underneath your foot. The mud delays it for a second, and then just chomp right on the foot as you're skipping across. Does your freedom of movement, does that have any advantage with like traps or anything like that?
It says
I just want to make sure
the target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints.
Such as manacles, creatures that grapple. I would include a bear trap there. So if I would allow you to go 55 if you want to immediately get out of it.
I will do just that if you will allow it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally cool with that.
And what was the damage?
Yes. I love dice. This is the only fun part about like DMing, in my opinion.
It sounds so menacing because you're just rummaging your hands to a bunch
hold on,
of dice.
wait, right? Just like how many?
And you all die.
Yeah, rocks fall. Rocks fall, and the whole party dies.
24 piercing damage.
Okay.
It just gets you, but the way you and like size of your leg and how it moves through, it's more slashes, but it pierces through. It is piercing. So you just make it up.
Okay.
Bravo. So you're now.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Mark. Perfect. I love to see it. I believe after that is Niva, and then after Niva, just so you can prep for your turn. I like that some DMs do this. Their own. So Niva, give it all you got.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Austin. How do you pronounce your character's name again?
Sladier.
Sladier. I knew it started with an S.
It's
so I'm gonna
Gaelic
shout
for thief.
before I do anything. I'm just gonna shout across the room, "Hey, Sladier, are you good at catching?"
He's gone. Sorry, I should take his.
Oh, he's disappeared.
Bam.
Oh,
yeah.
all
Once
right.
you touch
Well,
the
he's
circle,
disappeared.
poof.
I mean, I can be.
Okay.
I'll let you have
whose
one.
name I also
I'll
don't
give
remember.
you. Sorry, I'm gonna give you at least like a quick conversation. I'm gonna say this is all happening in just like quick successions. I'm gonna get you one thing.
Yes.
I'm giving you guys one vocal interaction before he touches.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Why?
Alex, what's your well, you're not in the room, so it doesn't matter. Alex, what's your character's name again?
Zarfu.
Sorry.
Zarfu. Hey, Zarfu, how good are you at aiming? Like, how's your
It-
arm?
He looks at the hand axe that just went wide into the mud. Pretty good.
I know what you're doing, but I'm excited.
He was gonna weigh some options for a second. Okay, so plan A is pretty good. Plan B is probably what's gonna happen, but plan A sounds fun. So I'm going to well, I don't have control of my token as per usual. Love that.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna
Logan got Logan
put
again.
every time. It's fine. If
Sorry,
anything, the
I'm counting
consistency is
dice while
great.
listening, but not. Yeah, see, I am consistent.
Whenever I can do so, I'm going to be moving directly next to our fine orc friend.
Token dragon,
Mhm.
Oh,
right?
there we go. Yep.
All right, we're good.
And I'm gonna stick my hand in a bag that I keep on my hip. I'm gonna pull out just a little thing that's about this big, and it's gonna look kind of like an Anubis urn. And I'm gonna hold it out, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, so when I disappear, chuck this thing over there." And as an action, I'm going to utilize my bottled respite
Oh,
and disappear into my little urn, my little jar,
s'more.
into my comfy little abode, and I'm gonna grab onto everything inside and wait for this gigantic half orc to chuck me across the room.
You gonna
Alex,
Ant-Man?
please roll in that
Yeah.
one. Please roll in that
Oh,
one.
please.
That would be so funny.
Plan A was fun. Plan B is probably what's gonna happen.
Created Matt Mercer. That will...
Do you know me that well, Logan?
is that all you got there, Mrs. Niva?
Yes, that is so. If the bottle doesn't break before the end of my turn, then yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the bottle is intact. You're fine. And at the end of your turn, our old timer is just kind of looking around like, what? And you're studying the battlefield for potentially the last time. And you make your bones move. What do you do?
Great. So, you see Theron kind of grip his sword and hold it above his head. And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast my Celestial Revelation, do Radiant Soul, and you see two luminous spectral wings sprout from my back. Not only that, you see me like Master Roshi or Escanor style, like fill out my armor and just become this like large, muscular, majestic being. And he's like, "You are adequate compatriots. I have
Everyone's
no doubt you will cross this mud pit." As these wings sprout from my back, I'm going to fly 30 feet. Um, so yeah, I can. My movement speed becomes flying speed. I'm going to move 30 feet. I'm going to use my action to dash and move another 30 feet to where Ruby is. And will you, as a DM, allow me to try to pick her up and action surge dash again to the end with her
Because I am about 30 pounds.
with some
Okay.
rolls?
I just like that he basically did the Shaggy from Scooby Doo 2 and drank the potion and went, I'm buff!
I love the I love the Escanor reference because that's exactly what I think of your character now. It's sick.
Yeah.
He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like 80 years old, but he's still like built as shit now.
Yeah.
Still snapping Nokia cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Since you're suspended, you make it over the muddy minefield. And when you reach your gnome, good thing she mentioned her weight because I didn't even think about that. Instead of having disadvantage, I'm gonna just ask for a strength check.
Okay.
Straight strength, nothing
Straight
else.
strength.
And if you grab that, you're golden, pony boy. You're good.
Okay. Roll in. 21.
Oh yeah, you have done this quite a few times in the battlefield, saving compatriots, lifting halflings off horses, who may potentially have a ring of some sorts, and you've carried them to safety or to battle in many situations of guerrilla warfare. Paladins dabble. You then engage your dash and continue on to the other side.
Great. I say, follow me, or come, little one, as I extend this like glowing, radiant hand, and then just fly with her to the end.
Nice. Yeah, as long as you're good with that, your compatriot picks you up, Ruby, and you fly arms stretched, Titanic moment through the cavern of smelly ooze and leave behind the other competitors in the dust.
For some reason, I got Superman and Lois Lane vibes.
You guys have one moment if you'd like to say or impart any information or final parting words, and then you'll be off again in the next.
I get immediately small and old man again and just start coughing.
Oh, I love it. Dude,
That was lovely. Yeah. My
Theron
hero.
and Papa White, they need to get together. Awesome. Cool. So with your parting words, yeah, right.
Oh, wait.
With parting words, you hit the circle, and with a flash, you were gone to the wind. Dust, essence swept away from an unseeable current, and you're in that disassociation, kind of like, where the hell am I for the moment? And your time goes pause. So after Theron and Ruby disappear, the ooze monster has basically finished assessing. It's going to move slowly towards you two, and you see some of the ooze dissipate around where some of the pseudopods are, and it is going to attack. So you see these pseudopods lift up in the air and poise like two vipers ready to pounce. One is facing Niva, and
She's in a
I
bottle.
am in my bottle.
oh, sorry, bottle
I'm in a
mode. I
small
forgot.
bottle.
Sorry, your half orc is getting bullied then. Yeah. So you're
Sorry, guy.
I totally forgot about the bottle. That's such a sick tactic. So yeah, Alex,
I
your
thought he was just
character
gonna throw.
sees two pseudopods, kind of like dock off kind of vibes, where they're now in tune with the monster's brain and they're facing towards you. You see them coil, and then for a microsecond they get super tight and they shoot forward at blinding speed.
Okay.
I gotta pull up your sheet. Give me a second. Starfu. I love it. Sweet. So I am going to roll me dice. Go with the bone dice and the ice dice. That is, what's the motto? So both these pseudopods fire 15 feet towards you, and they pierce left shoulder, right shoulder.
So they beat my AC?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he says.
I don't really like to say AC all the time. It just kind of messes with the flow of things, but I'll say it sometimes.
Mhm.
So you find these pseudopods piercing your body, your big picks. Let me roll some dice. I have my little fellas over here. That one's gone to the ethos. So
It's not good when the DM rolls so high he doesn't even question what your AC is.
I know, right?
I have the sheet. I'm not cheating.
I mean, when we're level 20, the DM's got to have some tricks too.
Does a 37 hit? No.
The first one is going to be 22 damage.
What kind?
Piercing.
That is halved.
Perfect. So you take 11 from that.
Actually, I only lose my 5 temp HP and take 6.
Awesome. Okay. So here comes the secondary damage. Well, I'll do the other one as well, and then we'll do the other damage. So the other pseudopod, you can do all your damage after as well. 6 plus 4, so that's
Oh man, I'm so glad I'm in a bottle right
14.
now.
So that's 20 even for the second piercing pseudopod damage.
20 even? Okay, so that'll be 10.
4, 5, 6. I need more dice. Hold on.
Damn
I
it.
was
Oh,
doing
no.
that to Brad in the main campaign. He's like, "You take 36 damage." No, I don't. Ah!
So that's 6, 11, 15, 21, 23. So that's 27 acid damage from the first one. If you
Oh, I can't have that.
Beautiful. That's why we pick our monsters and read the sheets. Cool. And then the second one's acid damage will be 20, 35, 32 acid damage.
Oh, Ow.
And then from this point on, I'm not going to do it twice because I'm not a meanie, but you now have a -1 permanently to your
To my AC.
Yeah, your armor is damaged. And if
Uh-oh.
I hit it,
But I'm not wearing armor.
well, it's your natural art. Your skin's burnt, dog. There's poison in it.
He ripped off your left nipple.
Yeah, like you got flesh hanging. There's goop. You're looking like the monster at this point. It's black too. It's not green. Black. Bastard.
Ow.
So yeah, just a -1 to your AC for the moment. Since you don't have armor, it can't be destroyed, but it kind of does. So that's cool. But I love it. It instills fear.
Why are my nipples tingling?
The monster will then veer out to pseudopods. They'll arch back up. It'll look at you and it will scream. And you're gonna have toxic goo just fucking spitting all over you like mucus, and this is loud. This is not a massive room, but it's not small. And you guys just get chills through your body as this situation changed in that. And from there we go back to the top to Sladir's gone. So then it will then go to Alex.
Okay.
Well, now
I'm
that I know
gonna
all of that, I'm glad the three of us are out of here.
Please remember to throw my jar. Please
Yeah.
remember to throw me.
I didn't make you drop it because
Please.
I didn't get a critical hit, so you're lucky.
Wait, did we skip Joester?
He made it already.
No, he's been gone.
He's been gone.
Oh, he's still he's still at the finish line.
You made it out already. We didn't just skip you, right?
Well, I did ask if it was a teleportation circle.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so then would I know how to use it?
With the role you had earlier, you know what it is, but it's a little alien to you. You might be able to, but you have to study it some more. And I'm sorry, I swore we went through your turn, but have you gone?
No, I haven't. I thought I thought my turn was probably looking at that.
No, that is 100% my fault. I did not make that
It's
your
all
turn
good.
at all. Some people like to give that as an action, but you should have been able to move it, bonus action. Do your thing. I'll give you inspiration as a my bad.
I can't move my token either,
Oh,
Logan. But I'll move this
got
way.
you. Hold
I'll run this way.
on. Scoot. There you go. Yeah, you can move freely now. What do we have?
Logan, I
So
love how
we're-
your name is a verb in this stream.
How do I do?
Just the cursor, then you
I
should
don't.
be able to
Wait,
click and drag.
which
There you go, yeah.
name?
It was about right.
People getting
Right there, I
Kylo'd.
believe.
So yeah, you make
And
that.
then-
Yeah,
it's no
at this
problem.
point,
All right, and then I'm gonna cast
I've accepted my fate.
Misty Step.
Okay,
Nice.
Just like straight.
very nice.
Neva, I think we get I'm gonna get left behind.
You might.
Listen,
Yeah, because
just
you're gonna have
throw
to
me.
throw it. You're the Hodor of the
Lucky
situation for
Feywander
sure.
Instead of Gloomstalker because you get so much misty stuff.
Just toss me across the room. You're
Yeah.
fine.
With the
Good luck,
Misty
dude.
Step, you make the expanse once again safe. But a good choice on the Misty Step. Is that all you got there, Mr. Scoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, sorry about the order there. Yeah, make
No,
sure you
you're
pick your inspiration. If I ever forget turns, that's the result. I think that. So yes, you make it across the expanse, no problem at all. And now we'll to Alex. Thanks for mentioning.
Okay, I might as well throw the night lady.
Throw that jar. You hear the crowd going off in the background.
And he's
Instead of
just
a
gonna
shot put, it's just a jar.
yeah. He's just gonna
Yeah.
chuck
Yeah.
her like a football.
There you go.
Natural one. Come on.
Okay,
What
yeah.
what do you
Please
mean to
don't
roll?
feel bad.
I like to do just straight decks for throwing shit.
But that's strength. Can it be
Or-
strength? Because I'm
Yeah.
just chucking it as hard as I
Yeah, I
can.
guess you're just if you're not. I guess you're not going for accuracy here. So yeah, you can use.
And do I get proficiency?
Yes. For the sake of the one shot,
Cool.
yes.
So I'm gonna just shoot it like I'm doing a hand axe. And do you want me to do this
Please
as
do
an
better.
attack roll or more like a check? Because
It's more or less just going to be an action because you're interacting with an object and yeeting it.
okay, so then I technically get advantage because of rage.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
I don't
prefer
hate
Kylie
that.
to.
I got a 2 and a natural 1
brother.
for a total of 12.
I just
Austin
imagine this like
Sadi.
Frasier-looking orc trying to like football throw this thing across a mud pit.
So you get so much overconfidence, you start spinning, you thinking, oh, this will do it, and you throw it as hard as you can, but your finger just leaves the lip of the jar wrong, and Kyler's just spinning over and over and over inside, guts just feeling all sorts of nasty. She ends up not where you wanted her, but in the general direction. You Scooter, hear a thunk right behind you in the mud, and you see a little jar, and you probably hear some sailor level swearing coming out from the top in a high pitched voice. So it sails over the ooze, and the ooze, you see the eye just go, "What's that?" And then it hits the mud. It like kind of turns its eye and head ajar, and then turns back to the half organ.
Okay, and in that case, that was an object interaction?
Yeah,
Hmm.
be like
'Cause even
weather interaction button hit equivalent.
let's see, 15, 20, 30. That would take an attack of opportunity, though.
Yar. It does have some pretty stellar reach. That you get
Zarfu's going to look at the others and scream in his rage, "Go on without me, friends! I will catch up after defeating this beast!" And is going to swing his great club at it. Twice.
Yeah, no comment. Let's see what happens.
That'll be a 21
Hits.
and a 27.
That hits.
Both of these are magical.
Okay.
And I
So
believe
much
it's
damage.
not adding my rage damage, so it should be adding +3 to that.
Yeah, I trust you there.
So that would be 12 for the first one
Beautiful.
and 15 for the second.
And
And
it's bludgeoning damage, correct?
magical bludgeoning, yes.
Ah, perfect. So yeah, that does go through, no problem. What's so
Oh,
full damage?
huh?
So it's 15 plus.
Well, plus 12, so for 27. Plus, I have the pressure feat. So when I hit a creature with an attack that does bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet to an occupied space, provided the target is no more than one size larger than you.
Okay, cool. I like that. Okay, cool. So you want to just slide him back 5 feet?
Yes.
Sweet. So he slides the appropriate amount backwards. You see the mud just slosh through the mud, and there's a little bit of plopping of water and ooze everywhere. And it looks a little confused. It probably has never been hit like that before. So
By the way, when I hit it with my giant didgeridoo, it
Yeah.
kind of makes that weird bonk noise, like with a boom whacker.
I did
Then he's gonna move 15 feet this way towards the wall.
towards the wall. Okay. Are you
Yeah.
ending right at this rock there?
Oh God.
Let me triple check. You're so cool.
Let's see if I can do anything as a bonus action real quick.
You're okay. I checked my map. You're fine. You swore your foot brushed against something metal. You swore. You felt the little steel-toed part of your warrior.
Mhm.
Ding.
And I'm going to use my Storm Aura to get back 5 temp HP.
Cool.
And that should be it.
Cool.
Oh, I have 40 feet, so I should actually move another 5.
You're fine.
I literally nerfed myself 5
You're
feet.
gone. So yeah, Ruby's gone, Theron's gone, Scooter's gone, or almost gone, and then Sladier's gone. It's just Niva, Sladier, and Fu. So then that would leave Niva next, followed by Scooter after. What you got, Miss Niva? You were in a bottle next to Scooter in the mud.
I am in a bottle, but I am checking if I can just like exit the bottle or if it's considered a full action to do so.
Okay.
Magically vanish, enter external space. Oh, that's
You-
perfect. Okay, so as a bonus action, thinking I'm on the other side of the room, I'm gonna pop out my bottle and be disappointed that I'm not where I wanted to be. Um,
Oh, like,
and you
dang
know
it,
what?
man!
This is it's
I was
plus
gonna sell that
like
jar.
me. Oop, hold on. I meant to hold on. I'm doing some measuring here. Oh, well within rounds. Okay, and so as my full action, I'm gonna dash, and because of my mobile feet, difficult terrain doesn't matter. And we're gonna make it over here.
Okay. Whereabouts are you headed there?
All the way to the portal. All the way to the portal.
Yeah, you make it no problem. The mud gets real thick by the time you get there, and you realize that the mud is really thick with coagulated. It gets pretty gross near the end, but you make it no problem, and you hit that portal with a brief moment. Again, you can have a moment to say your piece, and then you.
I like to think you popped out and were like,
Good
"Ha
luck.
ha! Fuck!"
No, absolutely. I would have been like, ah, oh god damn it. And then I would have bolted. Like, good luck, everybody.
Nice. Yeah, your toe hits that circle, and just within a moment, magical wind blows you away, and you're gone to the next area. Freezes. After that, we'll go to Scoot. Mr. Scooter, you are close to your destination. What do you do?
Alrighty, after watching her run, I'm gonna follow her tracks.
Okay.
And right before I get there, I'm gonna turn around and use my uh, staff and cast Wall of Fire.
What a dick.
Wait, across the whole, like, in front of the portal or in front of the monster?
No, in front of the monster. I wasn't gonna.
Ah, damn it.
I'm
I was
just looking
thinking
here.
one
We're
of
to
you, you're
block
gonna
off
be
the whole
evil.
portal.
Come
So I
on!
can make the wall up to 60 feet long, 30 feet high, 1 foot thick
Alright.
range, or a ringed wall up to 20 feet diameter.
You're
So
more
I'm
than
just
welcome
gonna
to
make
use
a
the
ringed
draw
wall.
tool if you want to illustrate where it's at. Just below that square icon, you can pick the color
I'm
for
just gonna
red or
like ring a fire around this thing.
beautiful.
I thought for sure you were fixing to block off the portal.
That
Does
would
it
be
do?
I was too. I was like,
Hey,
you son
I
of
would
a.
have been so proud. Does it
he
have
was
any
not that
immediate
much of it.
damage, or does he have to cross?
Yeah, because I could choose which side, and I'm gonna choose the inside. It's the wall period. Each creature within its area must make a dex saving throw.
Okay. Let me pull up my little fella here. He's got average dex. He's a big
DC
blob.
20.
20, you say?
Yep.
That's a failure.
So you take 5d8.
Fire damage, I'm assuming.
So 18, yeah, 18 fire.
Well, it is a good thing he is resistant to fire and cold, so that will be.
Son of a bitch. And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement and step up. Good luck.
Badass, Scooter. Badass. Yeah, you make it to the other side with that sweet, beautiful ability of Misty Step.
My big boy's not built for
Um,
speed.
You yell out good tidings, and you leave your friend with
Right.
a fire-covered monster and some problems. So at that moment, the monster rears up and screams a mighty scream, just echoing in your half-orc's ears, bleeding, and just it's louder than you've heard in a long time from him. You don't know how it's making. And it rears up with its two pseudopods. And the moment it's about to strike, we're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Some of us have to pee.
Ah,
We're going to get some water. We're going to go grab some darts, do your thing, whatever you need. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Do stick around. You guys are going to like the end. But thanks for joining my one shot. See you guys.